Yeah. Head west, young man. Not here. Oh, we're live on Facebook. What do you know? Hang on, I'm taking some stills, and I'll be with the Facebookers here in just a moment. What is burning Carl's Jr. and my passion for fried zucchini? I can almost guarantee you the fried zucchinis are is what's going on out here. So it's a fast food restaurant. We're in the Pico Rivera area. We're at the corner of Passions and Slauson. Oh, now you're going to come to us. All right, no problem. We got to do live television. Anybody on Facebook, we'll be back with you in just a moment. Yeah. Bet you they're going to have a roof collapse. We won't see it. Well, we might. Yeah. Yep. No, it's just all the smoke. They're just going to start, they're going to close all the intersection. Copy, no problem. We're here for you. Give you a verbal hug. Pico Rivera, we're at the corner of Passions and Slauson. Now, it started out, like most fires do, as a small fire in this restaurant. It was open at the time. No injuries to any employees, no injuries to any customers. LA County Fire got here, but it was a stubborn fire, and it basically was up in the attic area and in some of the vents out there. It was very difficult to fight, and in the end, LA County Fire bumped this up to a second alarm fire. Other fire departments are out here. We have Santa Fe Springs joining the firefight now as well. You can see all that smoke. They've got the ladder lines hooked up, trying to just surround and drown the Carl's Jr. out here while this is going on. You can see one of the roads there is still open, but we're listening to them. It looks like they're going to shut down the entire intersection out here, all directions at the corner of Slauson and Passions in the Pico Rivera area as fire departments continue to battle the flames at the Carl's Jr. I'm Stu up in Sky Fox. Back to you guys in the studio. No injuries reported to any firefighters yet. The firefight does continue, but we're very hopeful. These guys are professionals. The men and women of LA County Fire down there, they're going to keep themselves safe, and of course, no injuries to any civilians. Vinny, stop with the facts, Vinny. Do not let logic and facts get in the way of news broadcasting. Anyways, yes, I know we're still live on Facebook, and we love you guys for joining us and watching along from the helicopter this morning. You basically got the gist of it. It is a Carl's Jr. on fire. We're not going to make any jokes about I said it again, child broiling. Char-broiled burgers, but I am a huge fan of the fried onion rings, and it's sad to see this place go up. Not that I've ever been to this one, but at any rate, the fire continues to burn out here. LA County Fire has bumped it up to second alarm. They did go into defensive mode early on because the fire was too difficult to fight, meaning I'm not putting anybody down, meaning it was in attic areas and it was moving around in vents and things like that, so they couldn't really pinpoint exactly where it was, and the fire just kept growing in all these little spots. So basically they had to do the safe thing, get everybody off the roof, and go to the heavy streams, as it would be, as what we're seeing right there. Putting a lot of water on it. I'm not a big fan of the word surround and drown, even though I did just use it on television. I don't know why. I just think it's, I don't know. The firefighters, these guys are super professional, and surround and drown just makes it sound too simple. It's like, what they're doing is actual science, and they train for all this stuff, and they work to just keep property from burning and keep property safe and lives safe. But in this case, this fire just got a little too crazy. It continues to burn out here. What's this? Coming back into this group message since Kelly is back today. Hey, Kelly. Kelly is one of the tech people. I got to work. Go ahead. Tell them they have to bring us back. I know. I'm going to keep saying that joke till you laugh at it. Somebody's missed. Wait. You missed a great Christmas parade. Where was the Christmas parade? Was it here? Anyways. Gizzards and dumplings. I don't think they serve that there, but what can you say? What can you say? It is a combo green burrito? Oh my goodness, I didn't know. I've never eaten the green burrito side of it. I've looked at it many times, and I just never, because I'm just all about the burgers here. So. Candace, no. It is in Pico Rivera, and it is at the corner of Passions and Slauson, much like the passions we all have for their awesome burgers and their fried zucchini. So there's a Sizzler in Acton? There's no Sizzler in Acton. Acton? Yeah, there's no Sizzler in Acton, is there? All right, that's what I'm saying. I mean, they got a McDonald's. There's a Sizzler in Acton. No. You remember I lived out there, right? I mean, Wow. Back in the day, the Malibu chicken with the mustard, whatever kind of crazy mustard they had. Yeah. I love how people are like trying to figure out what happened out here. The reality is we don't know. Lynn is saying it's not passions, it's passons. Not passions, passons. Yes, passons. But, if I'm not in it, then I guess it is passons. But if I'm in it, it's passions. So, anyways. Wow, a lot of people are throwing that out there. Okay, all right. Okay. Yes. More people are saying they never saw the Sizzler in Acton. I wonder how long ago that was. And people are putting it out there. Is it still there? Because I don't know. I don't know. Yep. Oh, the toasty bread, the cheesy bread. Yeah. Yeah, I think it was a cheesy bread. Yeah. So the fire continues to burn. Not a lot of active flames that we're seeing right now because most of it's in the vents and in the attic area. You can see, basically what they're doing right there. Just got the ladder pipes up. They got everybody out from inside. They did go defensive as pretty much just as soon as we pulled up. Yes, Eve, of course. If there's a car chase, we will find it. We will find it and bring it to you immediately. So. It burned down 15 years ago. Oh, Haley. See, now I heard about you and Dr. Mike. It's out there. Yes, I can. Can you hear me? Copy all. I feel bad for the customers waiting in line. I think they probably got everybody's order in before they evacuated. What kids? Quite a mess indeed. That fire continues to burn out here, nowhere near any kind of knockdown. It's a second alarm. LA County Fire working with Santa Fe Springs Fire Department to put out these flames. It started basically in the vents, as they're saying, then got into the attic area, and it was just too difficult to really get a handle on where those flames were. They went defensive, and this is what we're looking at right now. This is all happening at the corner of Slauson and Passons out here in the Pico Rivera area. Slauson actually has one lane open still out here. They've been talking about closing the intersection completely while the fire departments are out here battling these flames. Like you said, no injuries to any of the firefighters, no injuries to any of those customers that were there when this fire started. Right now, though, there's no time frame on when they're going to be able to reopen the roads, and this fire may be out. I'm Stu, up here in Skyfox with the crew. Back to y'all in the studio. More fried zucchini. Oh, you really hurt my feelings, Gear. Man, yeah. It just collapsed? Yeah. New Green Deal. We're going to ban the fires. I like that one. All eyes on me. All right. Oh, they had an Amazon hub in there. Yeah, and in the Carls, apparently. Veronica's asking about the firefighter that's in the smoke on the ladder, Vinny. Can we see that? Oh, yeah. We can't even see him. Oh, maybe he came down. I'm sure they're wearing some sort of, yeah, they got their tanks on their back. He's probably wearing a mask, and he's got breathing apparatus on. I wonder if he's up there still. That's a lot of smoke. Yeah, Samantha. His gear on too, right? That's the job I want if I become a firefighter. And I'd be doing the same thing. Just putting my hand in the water. So some folks are asking where this is. You just kind of scooted by too quickly. Burger King giveaway. That's pretty funny too. Where this is at the corner of Passons and Slauson, out here in the Pico Rivera area. And yes, there is a firefighter on top of that ladder. That was the question we were looking for earlier, trying to answer earlier on. But yeah, definitely Carl's Jr. on fire. Started as a small fire in one of the vents, and then basically got into the attic, and this is what is going on right now. They do have a portion of Slauson closed. It looks like the westbound lanes, well, they were still open. Maybe they're not. They are still open. So the westbound lanes of Slauson still open in the Pico Rivera area right at Passons, and it looks like everything else is going to be shut down while they're battling this fire. There we go again, my such and such, and did this for a living. Okay, all right. Well, at any rate, you know, what we do have going on right here, second alarm fire right now, LA County Fire, being joined by, what was it, Santa Fe Springs Fire Department out here battling the flames. Second alarm, so it is really going. They went into defensive mode basically because it was too dangerous to basically try to chase that fire around in a very tight attic space area with a lot of vents out there in that attic space as well. So they decided to go into a defensive mode. Basically got all the people out of the building, meaning the firefighters. Most of the employees and probably all the employees and all the customers were already out of there by the time this thing really got to that point. And basically went to master streams. That's what we see right there, the ladder pipes and automated water systems that are just basically dumping a lot of water into that restaurant, just trying to get that fire out as quickly as possible. The question that we're having up here in the helicopter is we're wondering if the roof has collapsed as of yet. Jim is thanking all the firefighters for all what they do. You know, LA County firefighters, the men and women of LA County Fire, they're down there along with Santa Fe Springs Fire Department right now, and believe me, they are staying safe and doing what they can to get this fire out as quickly as possible, and of course keeping other buildings safe in the area. What does this do? They should give you overtime every day to keep everyone at home watching incidents. Oh, thank you. My pay system doesn't work like that though, but I appreciate it. I'm just kind of joking. Yeah, the zucchini. Somebody, I just saw the word zucchini fly by again. It's interesting to see what people are talking about. Now Michelle's talking about fried zucchini. What people talk about at these restaurants, but apparently fried zucchini. I'm not the only fan of the fried zucchini out there. But right now, this Carl's Jr. probably going to be out of commission for some time. You know, if you want to look at the bright side of things, probably going to wind up with a brand new Carl's Jr. here sooner than later. They seem to put these up pretty quickly when it comes time for that. So at any rate, no injuries to firefighters, no injuries to any of the customers. I'm just looking at what some just floated out the front door. I was wondering what that was. No, yeah, it's all the debris. Yeah, ceiling tile, but it was off to the right. It was like, I think it was a smock. Yeah, the remote one. It went off to the right. I think it was a smock or something. Yeah, it was that thing. I don't know. Maybe it's a piece of tar paper. Yeah. No, that's that non-slip stuff. That big yellow thing. That's that non-slip stuff, yeah. People are asking where this is. Pico Rivera, Pico Rivera, Pico Rivera, Pico Rivera. Yeah, but no, there was like I saw that. I thought it was an animal at first because of the way it was moving, but I think it was just a piece of tar paper or something. Oh. Yeah, the fried zucchini here not going to be available for my mobile pickup anytime soon. So, at any rate, the fire continues to burn out here. Very difficult fire to fight, especially on these fast food restaurants. We've seen this in the past. It gets really difficult for the firefighters to battle these flames because the attic space is basically filled with vents. And some of those vents are the grease, the smoke vents from the fryers, and all the cooking utensils in the back. And then there's also air conditioning vents up there, and it basically fills up very, very quickly, and it makes it really difficult to battle fire that gets into that area. So they, in this case, the fire got away from them, and then they had to go to a defensive mode. I'm trying to see, somebody just sent me something, but I don't know where it is. Don't know where it is. But, you can, you always want to see more firefighting activity out here, or more firefighters, or more water being put onto these fires. But in this case right now, it's just, the flames are starting to slow down, the smoke is starting to slow down, so it does look like they are getting a handle on it. Again, this is in the Pico Rivera area. It's at the corner of Slauson and Passon. And the fire continues to burn, nowhere near a knockdown. Those firefighters are going to be here for a little while. Again, the flames. Oh, in the yep. Yep. Yes, the Western Burger. Yep. Somebody said something about me not being the pilot. No, there's no way. No. I can't even focus enough on just talking about what I'm seeing. More or less, talk and fly. That would be, yeah. That would just no. This morning we have Angela, our pilot, and she's amazing pilot. But Vinnie Mac is in the back as always with the camera. And I just sit up in the front and look at pictures and play on social media. That is my gig. Yep, that's what I do. Joey, the fire department was talking about those trees right next to the building. As soon as they got here, they've been keeping an eye on it. I bet you somebody's over there just putting water on it constantly just to make sure that... Quick update, copy all. Things looking better out here, but still not a knockdown. On the other side, right? Oh, yeah. And stuff's falling, yeah. The facade is going. He does. Encyclopedia Mac. Oh, there it goes. You really? I would have thought for real, I would have thought they were, oh my gosh. Inside the, yeah, the attic and the facade area. Yeah. Somebody's asking if I always have two people with me, and I'm just going to say I always need adult supervision. There's no doubt about that. Up, there it goes. Veronica, this is in Pico Rivera. We're going to be going live. If you guys are local, turn on channel 11. We're going to be doing a live hit here in just a moment. Probably. Oh, I have no IFB, guys. No IFB. Tell me when to go. We're out here in the Pico Rivera area. This Carl's Jr. at the corner of Slauson and Passon, still burning out here. This has been burning now probably for a good 30-40 minutes. You can see that it is the second alarm fire. LA County firefighters first to arrive out here on scene, but the fire already made its way into the attic, making it very difficult to fight. That's when they bumped it up to a second alarm, bringing in Santa Fe Springs firefighters. The intersection, Passons and Slauson, going to be closed for the most part. Looks like westbound lanes of Slauson are still open. They were talking about closing them, but mostly for the firefight out here, for the firefighting activity. No words on any time frame on when this fire is going to be out and lanes are going to be reopened. We do know that no injuries to anybody inside that restaurant, no injuries to any of those firefighters. The firefight, though, continues to battle, continues to go out here as this Carl's Jr. continues to burn. I'm Stu up in Skyfox over Pico Rivera. Back to you guys in the studio. And the IFB's back. So somebody says that the roof did collapse a portion in the middle, but I don't know. Yeah, stuff is falling on the inside. Yeah. The star-shaped nuggets. Yeah, it doesn't feel like Christmas, you know? It just does not feel like Christmas. It's December 9th, 8th, 9th, 9th, 8th. Oh yeah, that's right, Pearl Harbor Day was yesterday. Well, you know, I'm with everybody on the job loss. It seems like our conversation on the internet has shifted to the folks that are losing their jobs out here, the crews that are here that work, and now they can't. I think when it's no fault of their own, they get unemployment, right? You definitely get unemployment, and I think if in a case like this, I don't quote me, and I'm sure some of the folks on the internet are probably much more hip about this than I am, but it depends. Like on this, in this case, I think they get a higher percentage of their unemployment because it really is no fault of their own. So I don't know for a fact, but anyway. Juan, that would have been funnier if you said bah Hamburger instead of humbug. I'm just saying. Not that I'm some sort of comedy critic, but yeah, so. Yes, I believe they were open at the time of the fire. No, I don't think it was. It didn't like explode into flames. I think it was just smoke, and it got worse and worse and worse, and then they basically, oh, John Lennon died on December 8th. Yes, I remember being a kid, and I was bummed about that. You know, Christina, I was thinking about that too, about them moving employees to different stores, but I think these are all franchises. You know, it isn't like, so that would they don't, you know, I don't think they can. Might have another store. That Vinny's in the back, and he's joining in saying that, you know, this franchise owner might have another store somewhere, so there is a good possibility they might be able to get work someplace else. Amy, I'm not sure what I missed, but whatever I said, I'm sorry. I'll pay better attention. Any injuries? No injuries that we know of. The firefight continues, though. Firefighters still put themselves in harm's way, even though it's a controlled situation for them. They still put themselves in harm's way down there, but no injuries to any civilians, that's for sure. And I agree with you 101%. I am definitely that person. Live to work. Luke seems to agree with Vinny that if he owns one, he probably owns another, or she, or the entity. Pico, yes it is. Pico Rivera. Pico Rivera, that's where we are. Slauson and Passon. Juan, I'm guessing that was for me, for your Bah Hamburger. Mario wants a closer shot of the front of the building, Vinny. Let's get on that. Copy all. We'll have a picture for our friends in 2 minutes. 2 minutes for CBS. 2 minutes for CBS. Where is this located? Where is this located? This is in Pico Rivera. Pico Rivera. This is going to be the corner of Slauson and Passon. No, I didn't even think it was a person. Oh. I didn't know that. I just learned who Pico Rivera was. Really? Carmen says that she's gonna come outside and wave. She lives across the street. And I don't know if she lives behind the Carl's Jr. or across the street, because there's like catty corner, there's some homes too. She says Carmen's going to come outside and wave. I wonder if she's going to have her cup of coffee in her hand when she's out there. Flame broiled burgers for sure. Yeah. Yeah. Hey, Carla. No injuries. A couple of people keep asking about that. No injuries, no injuries, no injuries. Now, of course, the LA County firefighters and the Santa Fe Springs firefighters are still here battling the flames, and we are hopeful and I'm very confident that they will not get injured as this fire continues to burn. Some of those flames actually getting right behind that sign. The smoke is covering it up. But at any rate, nobody inside the building was hurt when that fire started, meaning any of the employees and or customers. Lance, nobody wants any burgers from that burger place anymore, trust me. Oh, now somebody's joining in on the Josh, where did it go? I just saw it. Jose Torres is talking about Slauson is named after Jonathan Sayer Slauson. Vinny, you care to join in on that? Don't know that one. See, now I got something to Google later on. Yes, Tina, this is a Carl's Jr. green burrito, definitely. What time is lunch? Yeah, I love their fried zucchini. I used to get the fried zucchini with their, no, not the ranch, the hot sauce. The dipping sauce for the chicken. Ugh, ugh, ugh. Well, see, that's the reason why Sean, that's the reason why they make chocolate and vanilla ice cream, because you can't please everybody all the time. And that's what I love about everything. That is my motto to life. Because Sean doesn't care about Carl's Jr., never eats there, but he eats at the Green Burrito. Yeah, see how that is? See? Or maybe he's just reading all the comments and he just wants to be that guy that's just a little different. Which is good. It's good. It's good. Joseph, that's funny. Right? I just flew by. I didn't get the name. Somebody said the hot sauce is A1. It is. Love their hot sauce here. Mario wants to be a technical director because he's asking Vinny to stay tight with his shots. I'm going to open Vinny's mic so he can talk to you directly. Kimberly's asking if we can smell the burger smell. I thought we could. We can't. We can't. We can't. You know, that's kind of a thing. That's kind of the thing right here is, you know, we're talking about the winds today, the winds, and the smoke is, well, right now it is kind of just going a little bit more up in the air. Earlier on, it was just a little bit off to the, yeah, it's just blowing a little to the south. It's a little to the south. Hang on, I gotta keep up with this one. All right, Marilyn, this one is for you. If you're still listening down there, I just want to let you guys know is, look, this is the deal. We're watching a fire up here. Yes, we realize somebody lost their business. It is insured. We have talked about what the deal is with some of the folks that work here. We talked about insurance. We talked about unemployment. And all those things. The deal is that this is kind of more of behind the scenes. This is not an official news report, as in the fact that we're reporting live on television. We are on the internet. We are reading comments and interacting with the folks that are watching with us. This is a little bit more behind the scenes, and I understand that some folks might be new to that, and I am very open to your comments as I am speaking to you directly. Now, as making jokes about stuff, yes, we are. We're poking fun at the char-broiled burgers. We're making fun. We're talking about the good foods that are here. We are not making fun of anybody's losses. We're not making fun of anybody being unemployed. We talked about that earlier on. But at any rate, we're watching and reading comments, and if we were looking at, let's say, you know, an animal hospital that was on fire and there was loss of life, or any type of life, no, we probably would not be joking as much or poking fun at this stuff. The reality is that this is more behind the scenes, and. Yeah, now I'm getting a lot of people that kind of understand what's going on. But I just kind of, every now and then when somebody gets in there, somebody new, and then also I'm not looking for, you know, that person to get, you know, a lot of negative responses from other people that do understand. I'm just kind of letting everybody know that that I still can't believe. Okay, no, yeah, Stan, and this is, yeah, that's what I'm saying. And like I said, I'm just spending a minute or two talking about this and kind of just saying, you know, hey, this is what's going on. This is why you're hearing what we're hearing. And, you know, am I low class? I'm middle class, that's for sure. There's no doubt about that. At any rate. So we're keeping an eye on the fire. You can see right there is one of the hot spots. We moved Sky Fox around a little bit. We can see another spot where they're just dumping a ton of water on an area that is burning. The Carl's Jr. out here made it to a second alarm fire. Started out as a grease fire, got up into the attic area, became very difficult to track down, very difficult to fight. So they basically moved their operations to what they call defensive mode. Bumped it up to a second alarm. Santa Fe Springs Fire Department came up out here as well to help in this firefight. They're still chasing this fire around, even working it the way they're working it right there. You can see where it's actually burned through the roof in a couple of spots right there. Made its way into the facade area. That's that awnings around the outside right there. Vinny pointing out, and I believe, and I don't even believe, I know he's correct, and Angie seemed to know this as well. I didn't know. I thought those were actual tile roofs. I thought that was, you know, the same thing like you have on your house, but apparently that's just some sort of plastic composite that looks like tile. So at any rate, that fire's still making its run into that facade area down there, in the attic area as well. Firefighters, no injuries to firefighters. They're still battling the flames out here, so that might, hopefully that won't change. No injuries to anybody inside that building when the fire started. Probably wasn't like an explosion of fire. It probably was more like some smoke, and then that smoke turned into some fire, and then that fire got bigger, and they basically got everybody out. Manny, that you know it, brother. You know it. You know it. Why are there so many trucks? Ron, if you just heard that or heard me talking about that, the reason why there's so many fire trucks out here is bumped it up to second alarm because it was difficult to fight, so that they basically went to a offensive mode, and they basically just try to dump a bunch of water on that building and keep the fire from spreading to the areas next door. Maryland, and you know what? I love you for that. I'm being serious, and everybody that gets it. And you believe me, I wouldn't be doing this or acting like this or saying this if I didn't know that so many so many do understand and really get it. You know, news is news. Somewhere along the line, it changed up a little bit, but it is always the best job in the world to go somewhere, see something, and share what I'm seeing with everybody else, and that's what we're doing out here. And I love the comments. I love the interaction, and I can't say any more about it. Defensive, not offensive. I'm the one that's offensive, apparently, Roland. I wonder if that's where the fire just burned through. Right. I wonder if Rita's down there waving at us too. Oh. Oh. Mario's definitely a technical director. Now he wants us to move the aircraft. He wants us back around the other side. I think we're good here. Sorry. How's the traffic in this area? You know what? I am kind of curious. I saw that Slauson was backing up quite a bit, especially the eastbound, because where they take you off at Slauson, you basically, the people that were just kind of going like, oh, I'm just going to go into the side streets. Those side streets are dead ends. You know what, Vinny? Go back to the right a little bit. Look at that street filled with water. That's all from the. That's all water from the fire. Yeah. Wow. Probably some drains are clogged. That's what that's got to be. All right. It gives you an idea how much water is flowing through that Carl's Jr. That's just crazy. Oh, so you're thinking it's going down Slauson and going into the cul-de-sac? Wow. We're still at the fire. We're still at the fire. That's all the water from the fire. It's, yeah. Right. It's flooding some of the yards. You know, we should mark down this street so next time we have heavy rains, we can come here and shoot pictures of flooding. Almost out. Miss Morales, you know what? We were talking about that this morning too. We were talking about the amount of traffic out here, and if it was COVID light or not COVID light. Um, I think it's less than normal, or where it was going back to normal, but it's definitely not back to that stay at home. Remember when this whole thing started? Like every day seemed like a Sunday morning. So. Juan is talking about he's upset because he's walking around and seeing char-broiled burgers floating down the street. No, that's what he wrote, but I don't think he's really seeing that. But that would be pretty out there. So. Oh, I didn't know that. Alicia lives out here somewhere. Oh, wait, I gotta see this one. Oh, come on, it keeps skipping by. Dave, be careful there, brother. Nothing, yeah, they're getting a handle on it. All right, everybody that is still here in the room, I guess if you guys, I don't know if you guys wander in, wander out, how all that works. This is Pico Rivera. This is a Carl's Jr. at the corner of Passons and Slauson. Been here about, we're probably coming up on about an hour of flight time. A fire out here at the restaurant. Started in some of the vents, got into the attic area. No injuries to anybody inside the restaurant. Everybody got out safely as firefighters arrived, and then they started to basically try to put that fire out, but it was extremely difficult because of how these restaurants are built. It was actually in the attic area. So they went to what's called heavy streams. That's what you see right there. They bumped it up to a second alarm. Santa Fe Fire Department arrived out here on scene to help battle these flames. They put up the ladder pipes, and basically their plan was just dump a lot of water on it until that fire's out. Right now, the fire, you know what? I'm the guy in the helicopter. I'm going to say pretty much out, but that's not my place. Somebody down there with a white hat. It's going to be the battalion chief. It is a guy that is going, or girl, that is going to say that in the end. But it does appear that most of that fire is out. The firefight definitely going to be continuing out here until all those hot spots are taken care of, and there is no chance of reignition. While all this is going on, the corner of Passons and Slauson out here in the Pico Rivera area, I'd say just pretty much try to avoid it, even though it does appear the westbound lanes of Slauson still open, even though there is a number of firefighting activity out there, and a portion of Passons is open as well. But it's just that little tight spot, depending upon where you're coming from. I really don't want somebody saying, well, Stu said, and it be wrong. So at any rate, the fire almost out. We're up here in Sky Fox. If you guys are local, please, by all means, Fox 11. We got Michaela on right now, and she's doing some interview stuff. I heard her talking to somebody in the background. So that's one thing to do. Also, Angela is I always get weirded out when I say my pilot, and then she gets all weirded out that I'm weirded out. She's doing it right now. And at any rate, Wanderlust, you can look her up. She's on the social media. She's up on the Instagram. You can find her. Vinny Mac in the back. Let's just say he's a gentleman of means that is older than I and not so much into the social media. But if you want to pass a message along to Vinny, you can always hit me up. You can find me pretty much everywhere. The three big ones, like GM, Ford, and Dodge. Or but anyways, it's going to be Instagram, it's going to be Facebook, and and Twitter. I try to keep all those up the best I can. It's Stu Mundel, M-U-N-D-E-L. No, I'm not related to Howie Mandel, but it is Mundel, M-U-N-D-E-L. And no, I am not from Indonesia. And if some folks that understand that comment will go, oh, that makes a lot of sense, but others might not. Any rate, look us up, hit us up. We're always love to follow. We love the love. Glad you guys were watching. I'm going to actually talk to my assignment desk, see if we can get out of here, because this is losing my interest. But you guys are always interesting to me and the crew. We might stay up as we fly around because it's pushing the 9 o'clock hour, and that's usually when we land anyways. I am done with my little soapbox rant, as I'm going to call the desk and see where we're going. He's the one. He was yes, and he also germaphobe. Yeah, yeah. I'm the opposite. Yeah. I've got hairy shoulders, for gosh sakes. Hey, assignment desk. I think that was go ahead, Skyfox, or was that wait a minute, Skyfox? Oh, love you. We'll head over to the 710 and we will do what we can do to follow along with you. Look at that, almost rhymes. Yeah, sheriffs. Northbound, number 4 lane. I didn't hear where. Almost East LA.